Over 70, thinking of moving into a nursing home? Please hear this first, because there's one decision I made that still weighs on me. And if I could go back, I'd do it very differently. I'm 70 now, and let me tell you, life has taught me a lot about love, about loss, about what matters and what doesn't. But today I want to talk about one choice I made that I quietly regret. One that changed more than I expected. It wasn't dramatic. It didn't happen overnight. It was slow, subtle, and by the time I realized what I'd lost, I had already handed it over. That decision was moving into a nursing home. At the time, everyone said it made sense. My health was okay, but I was getting older. My family said I'd be more comfortable. They promised I'd be safe, cared for, surrounded by people. It sounded like peace, but what I found was something very different. So if you're thinking about this, for yourself or for someone you love, please stay with me. These are the 6 regrets I carry with me. Not because I want pity, but because I wish someone had told me what I'm about to tell you before I took that step. Regret number 1, losing my independence. It's funny, we often don't realize how much freedom we have until it's gone. Before I moved in, I thought independence was just about driving or living alone. But I learned that it's so much more. It's waking up when your body tells you to, not when someone knocks. It's deciding when to eat, what to wear, when to sit by the window and just be. It's walking into your own kitchen and choosing what feels right that day. In the nursing home, that freedom fades fast. Schedules run everything. You're told when to eat, when to take your pills, when the lights go off. Even if you're not tired, even if you're still holding a book in your hands, wide awake, just wanting a few more quiet minutes. And slowly you stop deciding for yourself, not because you're incapable, but because you've learned not to push back. It becomes easier to say okay than to say I'd rather not. But the truth, every little choice we make each day is a thread in the fabric of our dignity. And when those choices are taken away, even the smallest ones, that fabric begins to unravel. Regret number 2, feeling forgotten. When I first arrived, my family visited often. My daughter would bring me tea. My grandson would show me videos on his phone. We'd laugh, talk, plan holidays together. But after a few months, life outside moved on. The calls became texts, the visits got postponed, and slowly I faded from their calendar. No one meant to hurt me, but out of sight becomes out of mind faster than you'd believe. There were days I would sit in the common area just watching the door, not hoping for something extravagant, just hoping someone would remember I was here. I saw the same look on other faces too, people glancing up at every footstep, hoping it was for them. Most of the time, it wasn't. Loneliness in a nursing home isn't always loud. It's quiet. It sits with you at dinner. It tucks you in at night. It tells you you've been left behind. Regret number 3, losing my sense of purpose. Before I came here, I had a rhythm. I made my coffee in the mornings, watered the plants, checked the mail, folded my laundry. It may not sound like much, but those little things gave my days meaning. Here, those tasks vanished. They told me you can finally rest. But rest without purpose? It doesn't feel peaceful. It feels like waiting. When someone else makes your bed, cooks your meals, and decides your schedule, you stop feeling needed. And when you no longer feel needed, a part of you goes quiet inside. I used to write notes in a little journal, things I was grateful for, reflections from the day. But even that habit slowly faded because what was I writing about? There's nothing more dangerous to the human spirit than the feeling that you no longer matter. Not because others say it, but because there's nothing left for you to do. We all need something that makes us feel alive. Without it, we just exist. Regret number 4. My health declined faster than I expected. One of the biggest shocks came in the form of something I didn't even see coming. My body started slowing down, and I mean really slowing down. Back at home, I was moving all the time, not intentionally, just through living. Getting up to make tea, moving laundry, walking out to the garden. But here, everything was done for me. It was supposed to make life easier, but the less I moved, the harder it became to move at all. My legs stiffened, my back ached, my energy dropped. Even my hands, once steady, started feeling weak when I reached for things. I went from walking unaided to needing a walker, then a wheelchair for longer outings. Not because I was sick, but because I stopped using what I had. That's what no one warns you about. When you stop living actively, you don't pause the clock. You speed it up. If I could go back, I would have demanded more movement. I would have stretched more, walked more, asked for help, to help myself. Because strength, once gone, doesn't come back easily. There was a woman a few doors down from me named Alice. She was 78 when she moved in, sharp, lively, and proud of her independence. The first few weeks, she'd walk the halls twice a day, always greeting people with a little wave. "I'm not slowing down yet," she used to say. But over time, things changed. She started walking less. One day she mentioned her knees were stiff. Then she started taking the elevator instead of the stairs. Soon after, she was using a walker and eventually a wheelchair. I asked her once if she was okay. She smiled a little sadly and said, "I don't know when it happened, but I feel like I aged 10 years in just a few months." That hit me hard because I felt it too. It wasn't sickness that made us decline. It was the comfort, the quiet, the lack of movement, the way everything was done for us, until we forgot how to do it ourselves. Regret number 5, losing privacy and dignity. No one tells you how much privacy you'll lose until you've lost it. At home, I could close my door, take a shower when I wanted, change my clothes in peace. Here, there's knocking, but they don't always wait. There's help, but not always at the right time. And there's a shared bathroom down the hall if you're not lucky enough to have your own. Every part of your day becomes visible to someone else. And yes, the staff are kind. Yes, they're doing their job, but there's a difference between being cared for and being watched over. At a certain point, you stop feeling like a person and start feeling like a patient. And when that happens, a quiet part of your dignity slips away. We all need care, but we also need space to be human, to be private, to be ourselves without permission. Regret number 6, realizing it's harder to leave than you think. Here's the part I truly didn't expect. Once you're in, getting out is not simple. I told myself, if it doesn't work out, I'll just go back home. But my home, it changed. The furniture was sold. The rooms were repurposed. My family started making long-term plans, assuming I'd stay. Even my confidence changed. After months of sitting, relying on others, my strength faded. The idea of moving back out suddenly felt impossible. I wasn't sure I could handle stairs, or cook, or be alone. The longer you stay in a place where everything is done for you, the more foreign freedom starts to feel. And that, my friend, is terrifying. So if you're thinking of trying out a nursing home, just for now, understand this. Leaving might not be as easy as you think, not because they won't let you, but because life and your body might not wait for you to decide. Final thoughts. I don't share any of this to scare you, and I don't think every nursing home is terrible. Some people truly need this kind of care, and some find comfort here. But for me, I wish I had tried harder to stay home. I wish I had asked for help without giving up control. I wish I had fought to hold on to the life I had for just a little longer. Because once you let go of your freedom, your routines, your identity, you may never get them back. So before you make this decision, or encourage someone else to, please ask, is this truly what I want? Or is it just what's convenient? There's still time, there's still choice, and your voice still matters. Thank you for listening. If this helped you in any way, please comment below, even just to say you're here. And if you know someone facing this choice, send this video to them. It might be exactly what they need to hear.